Hey everyone, scientific notation recap. I left my mole friend up here because we're in the mole unit, and this mole is a pretty cool dude, so he's going to stay and hang out with us during this video. Just a quick scientific notation recap. If I wanted to take 710,000 and I wanted to convert it to scientific notation, I have my decimal right here, correct? And I want to convert it to scientific notation. The first thing you need to notice is 710,000 a number that is greater than 1 or less than 1. If the number is greater than 1, then our exponent will be positive. If the number is less than 1, then our exponent will be negative. So here we have 710,000. Is that number greater than or less than 1? Right, it's greater than. So that means our exponent is going to end up being positive. So we move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Boom. Remember, you always want to stop between the first two digits. So I moved my decimal 5 times. So my final answer will be, I stopped it between the 7 and 1, so 7.1 times 10 to the 5th. My exponent's positive because my number that I started off with was greater than 1. And I always stop between these first two numbers. Okay, down here, let me get my pen tool here. And the number we're starting with this time, is it greater than or less than 1? It is less than 1. Therefore, when we move the decimal, move it 1, 2, 3, 4, and stop. Always stop between the first two numbers you get to. So I moved it 4 times. So I'll go here, and I have 1.45 because I stopped right here between the first two numbers, times, and I moved my decimal 1, 2, 3, 4 times 10, and is it going to be to the 4th or to the negative 4th? Hopefully you said to yourself in your mind to the negative 4th, because if the number that I start off with is less than 1, then my exponent is going to be negative. So 1.45 times 10 to the negative 4th. And then down here, converting back to regular notation. It's just the opposite. I see that my exponent is positive. So is the number I'm going to end up with going to be greater than 1 or less than 1? Greater than 1. If my exponent's positive, my original number had to be greater than 1. So what I'll do is I'll take my pen here and I see my decimal, and I'll have to move it right there, 6. I have to move it 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll be adding 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros to my answer because we want to fill in those little U's, those little blanks there with zeros. So in the end I have 9, 4, 1, and then I was adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros to my answer. So in the end our number ends up being greater than 1 because we started with an exponent that was positive. Down here we have an exponent that is negative. So our answer is going to end up being less than 1. Take this, we're moving it 3 times. And we have to make our number less than 1. If I move it this way, my number is going to end up greater than 1. So I'm going to have to move it this direction. So my number is going to be less than 1. I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3 times. Stop right there. And that gives me room to add 2 zeros to my answer. So in the end, 8.42 times 10 to the negative 3 is 0. And then I added 2 zeros, 0, 0, 8, 4, 2. Now this 0, remember, that's just doesn't count for anything. I'm just putting that there as a placeholder. These are the 2 zeros we added after the decimal. So those are some scientific notation problems. Please do your scientific notation practice. I know we've practiced this a lot, but it is just the absolute key to dimensional analysis and everything that we are doing as we move forward. Best of luck and farewell. Enjoy life.